So,
You're so extra.
they asked us this question, so we've thrown it back at them. Do married people
Stop with the suspense. The suspense.
do married people make love every day? 365, 24/7. Alafu 60. What is the one thing he doesn't know that when he does, it drives you crazy in a good way?
Okay, so like for example, maybe I'm washing dishes or just doing my own stuff, and then he just creeps up and just starts dancing funnily. I tell him it's annoying, but I really like it deep down inside. Yeah.
She has this cheeky dance. She has this very cheeky dance that she does when she's happy or excited. It's really cute.
If you had to pick one part of his physical feature and add to your own, what would it be?
Favorite part, okay, rather his best, okay, what I really like that he has and I wish I had, his eyebrows, yeah, his eyebrows and lashes. Like, I don't, it's not a struggle for him because his eyebrows are properly shaped. Me zangu is a struggle, but yeah.
To be her nose, juu hii yangu, I have a Luo nose. So definitely her nose. She has a perfect nose, perfect symmetrical face.
What is the most embarrassing meal he has made so far since he got married?
Well, my husband. For now, none. Yeah, let's just say none.
Imagine there's none, because everything she's cooked so far has actually been perfect. So maybe we are still pretending, maybe not. But all in all, I know she's a good cook. So,
what is the most annoying thing about him that you've surprisingly come to enjoy?
What's the most annoying thing about Rob? When I ask him if he's okay or something, and sometimes he doesn't, I feel like he doesn't answer how I want him to answer. It's annoying, but I think I've come to accept that he processes things, in a different way compared to me.
When she disturbs me when I'm doing something serious, and she comes, unadu? And it's obvious what I am doing. Or whenever there's like when I say I've gone somewhere, for example, she'll say, why haven't you ever taken me there? And I'm telling her a story about where I've been. Yeah, so she does that to interrupt me, but it's annoying. But it's also something very attractive.
Okay, so you all have seen these guys before. There's no need to introduce, but if you want them to introduce themselves now, because they have a new title, and that new title is Married. So yeah, Rob and Washo, you know them very well. If you haven't, you can watch their video that we did with them before. They hadn't gotten married, and they had asked us pertinent questions.
Yeah.
And we're about to throw it back at them, by the way, guys. That's a secret they don't know. So
if you've not watched the video we did with them, we'll put the description to the link.
yeah. The what? Oh my god.
So you know what we mean.
Wow, that's the
We'll
most.
put the link at the description. The link to the video in the description.
Yeah.
That was sometime in June, July.
Yeah, was it?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they
it was-
got married in September. So now they are, how old are you now?
Almost 2 months.
And you can see the
Almost 2
difference, guys. Honestly speaking.
difference.
Oh my
There is
goodness.
a
See, this one is showing more.
Rob is so healthy.
Rob is showing huku juu. Huyu ana show huko kwingine.
Sasa utafanya watu wakiniona waniangalie.
So Rob, huko juu mwingine chini. Yeah.
So, in the last video we did, these guys asked us some very interesting questions. And so we just want to throw those questions back now that we are married. Now that they are married, we want to see whether those questions they were asking, they've been able to experience them themselves. And you know, in this channel, we believe that even one day of marriage is worth of it. It's an experience worth of sharing.
Yeah.
You can say that again.
Yes.
You went
So-
somewhere.
So there are levels.
Which stories?
No, we went somewhere and like we're having like it was a fellowship somewhere, and then there's this lady who was just like people were asking us questions actually about marriage and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So some lady was like, these two, you know, Rob and Washa, they just got married recently. They don't have anything to say.
No.
So
Levels, there are levels. There are levels. There are those who share 60 years worth of experience.
Yeah.
There are those who will share 20 years. And there are those who will share 2 months. These 2 months will help somebody who is not yet married.
Yeah.
In fact, it can even help those of us who've been there for
Because
years.
it's reliving
So,
the
yeah.
things we didn't do.
yeah.
Because there's some things they might be doing now, and as we are doing it in our 3rd year of marriage, we're like, oh wow, as we are trying to get around it right now,
Yeah.
but you guys
They
experiencing
figured
it,
it out.
yes,
Yeah.
in their first 2 months of marriage.
Yeah.
So everybody has something to share.
Yeah.
Go on.
So I'm just going to be naughty and throw it out there. So,
You're so extra.
do married people
Stop with the suspension. The suspense.
Do married people make love every day? 365, 24/7. Alafu 60 seconds a minute. Yes, is it possible?
You asked us that question. No, we are throwing it back at you.
Especially for
Why you guys like this?
for couples who have been walking a journey of abstaining.
Yeah.
They assume like, I've been holding myself all this time. I'll get married like this. 24/7. So aren't you to tell us? They asked us this question, so we've thrown it back at them. So is it a
possible?
reality?
You want to go first?
You go.
Well,
It's a reality.
I will say we tried, but we failed. It is not a reality. I think like you guys answered us last time. There's more to it. There's enjoying each other's company.
Yeah.
Which is more glorious than the actual intercourse.
Yeah.
And so that feeds the intercourse.
Yeah.
Because sex peer, you get tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get tired. It's actually it's work. Because especially
If you're involving everything to do with you, you
Yeah.
have to be in a certain mind state and everything. Yeah.
it is work. So
Yeah.
so definitely I think the thing I've come to enjoy more is the company, the just being together, the non-verbal communication. Yeah, that is actually present. Yeah.
What about the medic?
Oh yeah, by the way, she's the mother.
It's not possible, people. Unless you don't have a job. Unless you, I don't know, like all you
Even
think
when you
about,
don't have a
even
job.
when you don't have a job, it's not possible.
Yeah.
And you see, you also need to consider your partner if they're not feeling well, if
Yeah.
they're tired.
Yeah.
If they're tired, you can't expect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's just being
Yeah.
selfish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are
Yes.
factors that play
Yeah.
in ensuring the quality of it is better.
Yeah, like
And-
your wholeness.
And,
Yeah.
and it's more beautiful even when you don't do it all the time.
Yeah.
Like when you can you anticipate and wait for it when that the right moment
Yeah.
is there.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
So as you've heard, guys, let's settle that vibe. It's not possible.
It's not
Yeah.
possible.
Destroy that mindset. It is not a reality.
Yeah.
what a lot of people don't know about you guys, and I picked this question very deliberately, is that you guys were first exes. They had a thing. We don't know whether it was a relationship. They just had a thing. And then the thing backfired, and then they
had
were
a bigger
dating
thing.
again,
Yeah.
and then now they are married. So the question I had for you is the X factor. How do you handle your ex?
What do you mean? How do you handle your ex?
So you've been dating somebody, you've broken up. How do you handle your ex? Do you, because there are people who believe if somebody is an ex, you cut that
Is that in
story
the
off.
context of marriage?
Yes.
Now when we're married.
Yeah. When you're married, or even your relationship, but it's a serious relationship that
my
you are
friend.
heading towards marriage.
No.
Do you keep in contact with your ex? Do you guys talk? Do you go for coffee dates? Do you catch up with life? You know, do you meet up for prayers?
Wapi.
And would you invite them to your wedding?
Yeah, would you invite your ex to your wedding?
May I say no. No to all those questions. Okay, no to all those questions. Because I think I speak from a personal experience. When I was dating, actually when a few months to our wedding, there's an ex that kinda started talking to me, and I thought probably this guy has changed. He's probably a better person.
Yeah.
He realizes where he fell short, but no, my friend, just the same person, just the same guy, and still with the same mindset. So I realized our relationship was based on lust. Yes, that is the word.
Yeah.
And you see,
It wasn't true love.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So one thing I've realized is that people are gates. Like there's something I've learned from Kashi.
Take us to church.
I married her.
So, like when we are married, there are certain things that he opens for me. There are certain doors that he opens for me. So it's the same thing with in your relationship, like a family, like your mother, your father, etc. So in this type of relationship, the door that was opened was last. And if the person, I had realized it. Yes, saved, and that's when, like transformation that is continuing in my life. But if this person has not realized it, and you start talking to them,
They're still in that place.
They're still in that place, and you're talking to them, you'll realize that
They're opening that gate
exactly,
again.
and that is exactly what had happened.
Is there a way you can just have a mutual respect in how you end a relationship, such that we are not going to be as tight as we were, but we are not enemies at the same time?
That's
Yeah.
okay.
Like
That's,
we won't meet at the mall and you see me and you dash to that direction. And if you need help, you can look for me, because probably it's something you know I can be able to help you with. You won't be like, it's an ex, let me suffer. Rather suffer than get help from them.
Sava, my friend, Sava.
See that? It's the cake. It has too much sugar.
Yes, I think every relationship is unique, and because of that, like I don't like to have enmity with anyone, even with the exes. In as much as I do not talk to anyone, like I wouldn't say, I don't talk to any of my exes. Not that there are many, wako tu chache lakini, but we don't really talk. But it's not like when we meet we wouldn't have that mutual respect and conversation, you know. How things end, let's say you had a very big fight, and there are certain things that this person said that were really hurtful and are difficult to forget. That also affects the relationship. You'd be like, I do not think I'll ever want to talk to this person again. Now that doesn't mean you don't forgive. You definitely have to forgive. I'll use this as an example. There's a program that we usually do in our church called Healing Journey, and I was in the first the first group of Healing Journey, because I was in a relationship that didn't work out.
You're healed.
I'm healed now. So during that process, the one of the things that we did was we talked about everything that really hurt us and damaged us, and of course you'll talk about that person and say everything wrong about them and all that, and then it was flipped around on us, and we were told we had to go to that person and forgive them and ask them to forgive us, because there are two sides to every story. So true. Of course there were some things that we also did that were not correct, and the difficulty with that, going back to face that person, it was so hard, but it had to be done. So I think every relationship is unique. To invite to my wedding, nope. Actually, initially I had wanted, I used to joke about it when I started dating, and that I'll invite my exes so that they see how I'm prospering. I've gotten married before them and blah blah blah. Yeah, but I saw that as very childish, actually. So other than that was a bad reason to invite my ex to the wedding. So I didn't have any other reason to invite them.
Is it possible? Sorry. Amag, go.
I think I'm just giving my own opinion. It's case by case. It's actually, I can't say there's one answer fitting all everybody. It's case by case. As he said, there's some things he's mentioned why he would not pursue that relationship, as it were, not that dating, but kawaida friendship. Why there are reasons, there are background stories why he wouldn't pursue it. So there's one, it's case by case. Two, there's wisdom to be applied in as far as relating with these people. As I said, if things were bad and how you guys ended, it was not as good, and you still guys are still, because the people, when you see your ex 10 years down, then you're like, but they still have some heart within myself. So there's still that boundary she mentioned that needs to be in place. There is, as I said, there's wisdom, and also there are people who mutually separated, like it doesn't mean I won't pursue business opportunities with you because you are my ex, but we separated well. You know, if we separated well and umeniletea biashara, imagine I'll do it. If somebody tells you your ex comes, do a graphic design for this company, you go ahead and do. There's wisdom, there's boundaries.
Actually, my first job was because an ex referred me.
You see, so
you can't be as in
rigid.
That's true. So on the flip side of this, me, I have gone to a wedding of someone I used to have.
How did you feel?
To be honest, I went for that wedding to people please. It was a bad idea. To people please. I think that's why I went.
Your heart wasn't in.
As in, it wasn't, and it was such a bad idea. Even the kind of reception, like, it was so bad.
So it doesn't matter. You always there's something that you'll always feel when you meet, because you guys had a past together. Like something that.
Is it possible? Is it possible to go back to where you were before? Because
no.
Most situations, you don't just meet somebody and you start dating. There's like a friendship that blooms there before you decide, I want us to date. Is it possible to go back to that place?
No,
after
let me tell you. I think for me, the reason why for me it's a no, because Akiman, I have tried. Like, there's also someone else who I tried to be friends with, and we had a thing, and you see, like, God would orchestrate. I would never see this person, and you see, there's a reason why, like, as in, just to protect me, and especially for women, like, you have to protect your heart, as in, you can't be, oh my God. And you see, the more you continue hanging out with that person, you start leaning towards them and being like, let's get back to
because
that
you
place.
already went there.
Because you already went there. Like, it's a no.
There's history to your relationship. You can't tell me you're going back to ground zero, that like they already started. There's already something that has already happened in our life.
And you see,
I can't assume.
And you see, it's a damaging thing. If it was a good thing, fine. But it's something that has damaged you. There's a reason why we ended this relationship or this whatever.
Didn't work.
It didn't work out. So I don't think it's possible.
There are some who decided after the breakup, complete cut. Soila, you just start to interrupt me.
I'm so sorry.
Okay,
you're feeling bad.
Yani uliona tu acha cut saongea nichukue tu thermos. Ni Soila anaongea.
Okay, so bede niyo really napenda.
I'm so sorry.
Leta hiyo chai yangu, hata sijui mbona unapatia watu chai yangu. Funika hiyo chai. Just giving people my tea here. And I'm talking.
Sawa daddy.
Sawa daddy.
Daddy.
Just giving people my tea and I'm talking.
Daddy.
So,
You want tea? I can't.
so, because me, I feel bad when a friendship dies. We may not be as close as we were. I get that, but at least to Kwenako, you know.
But
Oh,
why?
move
You
on.
see,
It
let me
was
ask
not a
you.
friendship
Let me ask
when
you.
it moved to
Let me ask
relationship.
you. Why do you think it did not work out? That you tried to talk to them. Why do you think it didn't?
You still want to preserve a friendship that didn't really work out. Exactly.
No, the relationship failed.
Yeah.
The friendship didn't necessarily fail.
But okay, this is what I think. This is what I think. I think in Christianity it
Yeah.
is possible.
That's
in the
true.
sense that
Yeah.
when you started
Masturbation.
dating, you did not defile yourselves.
Yeah.
So you didn't go into sex
Exactly.
and stuff and all that.
So you are still literally friends. It's just that you were spending more time together,
Yeah.
getting to know each
Friendship,
other,
yes,
dating,
yes.
and all that. But you are not engaging in sex or making out or anything
Yeah.
like that. That way, if you break up, it's very possible for you to become friends.
I agree with him.
Yeah.
That one I agree.
Yeah,
So
'cause
sex changes everything.
Yeah.
it changes everything.
Even
Sex or even
making
abuse
out
or even like
therapy,
verbal
Yeah.
abuse.
like that.
Yeah.
Anything.
Like if you use your mouth in a bad way. Like I remember when we were doing premarital classes, we were told that never use vulgar words against each other, or even just in general, or even when you're having sex. Yeah, because people copy a lot from pornography,
Yeah.
and they use those vulgar words
Yeah.
in sex.
Don't talk dirty.
As in,
Yeah.
don't talk dirty
Yeah.
for whatever reason, and that thing safeguards
Your friendship. during dating.
yeah.
It's true.
So even like if I'm not manipulating her with my words, if we break up, we can still be friends because this person recognizes this guy was a good guy. It's just that we were
It
not.
just didn't work
yeah,
out.
it just
Yeah,
didn't
that's
work out
true,
for one reason or another.
How do you handle when friends, in-laws, family members, church folk point out weaknesses and undesirables traits about your spouse?
Kuja tu nikwambie. Sidem yako ako peti.
Yeah.
Mbona wife yako ako peti hivyo?
Yeah, just be like,
Wewe
first
mbona
of
uko
all,
peti?
I've come for you. I've come for you.
Yeah. How do you respond?
Anyway,
Family, in-laws, and also like your friends.
If okay, now this is there are two scenarios. One, I don't believe what they're saying is true, and the other one, I believe what they're saying is true. In both cases, I'd still defend my spouse in front of them.
Yeah.
And if I believe it's true, I'll come and talk to her now when we are home alone together. Hey babe, I think by defending, I don't mean like you deny that something is there. You say, okay, fine, you've said this and this. Have you had a conversation with her yourself? You know, have you had that conversation with her yourself and brought it out in a nice way? Because it's not, because what you're doing is you're putting me in a situation where now I have to choose between my friends or my family, my parents,
And your spouse.
and my spouse. And of course, if it comes to that, I'll always choose my spouse. Yeah, so it's actually like a losing battle.
Yeah.
I remember there's a time I kind of didn't defend him, and now later on he called me. He's like, he was really hard.
Ulimwacha tu hapo.
He was really hard. I don't know if you remember. Yeah, like he was really hard. So from then I learned. What I'm coming to learn is
the best way to address something is first pray about it, and then you get an understanding. Yeah.
And then also there's a way, you know, I can come and tell, hey Rob, you know, Washo did this and this and it didn't settle well with me. You see, the way I've approached him, I feel, hey, I really need to help this.
Yeah.
But if I come and tell Manze,
I know. And
you know, your wife is just, you know, even him will be like, what the heck, man? You know?
Yeah.
So also the way the information has been brought to you will determine the kind of response that you get.
That's true.
So this is more of a, it's more of a wisdom thing.
Yeah.
You can't really control what people say, but how you respond to it.
Especially like even the you going to the woman as a woman and a man going to the man, that's very respectful.
Like I remember
observe protocol.
That's as in, you can't just beleka hapo kwa kati sasa.
Actually, I agree, because there's a time when I had offended Soila when they were still dating. And it's because we were working together. We were doing something for art, and we were working together, and it was high pressure. So I spoke to her in a bad way, but I didn't know I had spoken in a bad way. So she was so offended. She was like, "This guy, me, I'm leaving this place." Turning the tables.
No.
But then story kiisha.
And then so she told Curtis, and then Curtis talked to me.
Yeah.
So I just went and apologized.
Oh, really?
And and it was good.
Look
it
at
worked
us
out.
now.
I know, right?
I cannot remember.
Yeah. So I think it's sometimes it's good, especially when, let's say, you're really pissed off. You talk to somebody who would understand both of you.
Yes.
Yeah. Who would understand both of you, to mediate,
Yeah.
not to gossip.
Not to
To
side,
mediate.
not to take
Not to
sides.
side,
Yeah.
No.
So
But I like what he said about defending. When it comes to spouse, the wisdom is defend your spouse.
Yeah.
defend in
first.
public, rebuke in private.
Private.
Yeah.
So
The
we
cookie
call
jar.
it the cookie jar. Cookie jar is common. We call it the jar of possibilities.
Okay.
So each of you will pick one question from the jar. Now you'll answer the question that you pick from here.
Yeah.
Sawa. So ile utapata unajibu. Some questions might be simple, some might be scandalous.
You say.
So may the odds be forever for you.
Amen.
Ladies first.
Hey.
Tandilolo.
This one I can answer.
What is the question?
Who is the spender? Who is the saver? How do you balance? Who's the spender? You. Who's the saver? He is.
Aja. Rob look like a spender.
No.
Easy.
Yeah, me I would actually
I-
think
I-
you are the spender. Because Rob,
Yeah.
ushai call Rob ukisota.
He's
Rob
giving
is always
you-
ready to
yeah.
give you money.
Yeah, that's
Guys, I'm not saying you should. But
Yeah.
sijai call Rob akona dona.
Akasema no, yeah.
Akikwambia hana yenyewe hana.
Ana. Kubaya.
So I've always thought he's the generous
That's
one.
what.
I'm generous.
He's generous.
I just don't
but he
spend.
doesn't.
I like to see money in the
But I'm
account.
trying. Am I trying now?
You
Yeah.
have really tried.
Oh, she has?
Kabisa.
Did she
Kabisa.
start trying-
Although there are times if she has extra money, babe, I bought 2 belts. I'm like, we didn't need belts.
No, but they were for me.
Yeah.
Not for us. For me. I need it.
You know, there's a time when we were dating. No, not when dating, when we were just newly married. So tukagawa budget ya house. So I gave Soila food for the kitchen. I mean money for the kitchen. Me, I stayed with the money for the other things. So the next day I come from work and I'm like, hey, this house is looking good. I'm just seeing new carpets. Jinin. And then nikakaa nikasema hii pesa imetoka. And this Soila aliwashwa tu akasema hii kitchen inaweza kaa. Let me just get the carpets. And
It was just, we didn't have them, but yeah.
Yeah,
How do you balance though?
sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's good that she spends.
You allow her to spend?
Yeah.
you know, let me
But
tell
did
you
you said-
something. Let me tell you something. Yeah, sometimes when you become too much of a saver, unaweza jisahau.
Yeah.
You can forget yourself.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's good when,
I
as
mean,
long as
yeah.
you don't use the school fees.
Yeah, of course.
You don't use
can
tithe
do that.
money.
That's true.
You don't use kitchen
we
money.
don't touch tithe money. The rest
Yes.
can be guzwa.
Like me, baby, let me tell you, I love it when Rob spends. I'm just like, spend.
I love it too when he spends. I actually like it. I like it when the one picking things in the supermarket. I'm like, go you. I love it. I like it when that trolley is full and I'm like, my husband has picked for himself. So whatever money is going to be asked at the counter, it's him. I'm not going to be charged. But I won't feel guilty for having the things I picked.
Right.
So but anyway, we know it's for good intentions.
It's therapy for you guys.
It is, It'll pick your poison. Guy, that's a long one.
You know, that's a thick question.
That's a thick one. Tami naona tu from here.
Hey, cheers. So, what major decision have you ever had to sacrifice for the sake of keeping a marriage intact, and why?
For you can include it pre-wedding.
Yeah, the process of you getting, because now you're walking
Courtship.
into marriage.
Yeah, for me, I think mine falls under that. I got a scholarship, full scholarship to Germany
You're lying.
to do my masters.
No.
And I got it like a couple of months after we started dating.
You decided to stay.
Yeah, because I wanted to get married. I had wanted to get married in 2017, but that in 2018, but that didn't happen. So we moved to 2019. But it's because I was thinking 2018 I'm getting married, so I can't go abroad, and I don't even know her that well.
So you need to cultivate the relationship.
Yeah. And you wanted to marry her. I mean, you wouldn't have wanted to come back to marry a stranger.
Exactly.
Did you have the option of carrying her with you? Or you were single, they wouldn't have allowed. Goodness.
And then I was
You also studying.
Yeah, I was studying.
So it's actually one of the most painful decisions I've ever had to make.
Goodness.
Because I really wanted to go, because they have amazing facilities. I went there for a couple of weeks. My school took
I
me.
remember when I went for the school.
So like it was really cool, and they considered me first because I was one of the top students.
I remember I remember you with this.
Real love, guys. Real love stories, right?
But also, I must also confess, God also kinda intervened, because when I prayed about it, God was like,
It's
no,
not.
don't go to Germany, because also it would have affected my faith, because I was at a point where I was just getting my walk right with God. It was a tipping point.
Oh, wow.
I could either fall this side or that side.
that side.
Yeah. There's a lot for me to do here.
Yeah.
There's more need and demand for me here than abroad. So I had to turn that down. All my lecturers were pissed off, and I am so sorry, guys, if you're watching. My parents didn't let it go for months.
Yeah.
I feel bad about it, but I don't regret it. Yeah.
I think, for me, let's say the biggest decision was dating someone of a different tribe.
Yeah,
because
choosing
it was
that.
But
like
it wasn't much of a sacrifice, was it?
I
For
think
you, not.
it's not really, but it's just that everyone around me was anti that story. Yeah.
What do you guys do? What you have to plug yourselves? What you do?
I'm a photographer. I'm a counselor. Yeah, actually. And also
Professional.
Yeah,
Sio kama sisi wa kujibox.
No, but our young is calling. So lazima ujibox, my friend. So then that's what I do. Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay.
I'm a singer, songwriter, producer.
Why do you change your accent?
No, the man has to sell it.
Yeah, singer, songwriter, producer. I'm a graphic designer. Actually, it's more like interactive media design.
This is where we
So
pick up.
that includes much more stuff. And I'm also a leader in the church. Deacon Robbie Omols is what they call me. Yes.